Hi, you guys. Welcome back to the Blaze Estate. My name is Erica Ricky Blaze, and today we're going to be talking about the conference that I attended a couple weeks back. So I went to a conference called Cannabis Con, which is the Northeast Cannabis Business Conference. It was thrown by the NCIA, which is the National Cannabis Industry Association. I know I just threw a whole bunch of acronyms at you, but bear with me. So the NCIA is a trade organization for members who are professionals in the cannabis industry. Whether you are a bud tender, grower, processor, whatever, if you're in the industry, you get a paycheck, you're basically part of it. Every trade, every industry has its own trade association. So if you're a realtor, you're part of NAR, which you pay dues to, which is the National Association of Realtors. And if you do if you're an attorney, there's National da 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 da. So whatever the fuck you do, there is a trade association for it. Great. All right. So I don't even know how I learned about this conference. I'm so plugged in that I don't know if it was through IG or if I got an email, but it just came on my radar and I was like, all right, cool, I'll go. The conference was 2 days. It was Wednesday the 18th of February and then the 19th. It was like a Wednesday and a Thursday at Hynes Convention Center. Security was super tight, but the night before there was a networking event at the Cambridge Innovation Center. I met these kids from New York, these Dominican kids. They have this company called Happy Monkey, and they were the ones who supplied the lanyard, or who hooked me up with the lanyard actually for the business conference here. They do marketing and they hold parties and stuff like that. They're out of New York, so they were really cool to meet. I met Tahir Johnson, who is part of the NCIA too, working out of DC. He's cool. And I met a few other people in the industry who are like creators. So I met 2 guys who do podcasting. I got their information, so hopefully we can link up in the future and cross promote. I can go on their show, put the Blaze Estate on. Who else did I meet? MCR Labs was there. I got a little mason jar from them. Who else? Just a few people. So anytime there's a conference, it's usually like a social gathering the evening before. Even like a couple days after, there might be some type of after party. So if you're thinking about going to a conference, look out for all the social events that happens around it. So I didn't go to the first day of programming. I don't know what was wrong with me, but when I registered, I just know that I was super hyper focused on going to the expo only and just going on the floor and talking to people, that I wasn't too interested in like sitting down and listening to people speak, which is kind of bad, but it's true. Like I wasn't in the vibe to do that, which I kind of regret now looking back, because when I actually went through the descriptions of the panels and stuff like that, some of it was interesting. A little bit of drama surrounding one of them. One of the panels was the illegal market. What was it? Bridging the gap between legal cannabis and like the black market or whatever. And I don't know. Massachusetts' whole thing is that they want to tax the people who do it underground, which is like part of the reason why they do it underground, because they can get the money quicker and it's less red tape. So they were trying to do like a partnership. I don't know. But the controversy around that was that they weren't letting any media inside of the room. So that rang some bells and some people were rashing because of it, but whatever. What else? So I ended up going to the second day on the expo floor, and it was kind of, I don't know. It was lightly attended. I was talking to people. They said there was more people on Wednesday. I came on the second day on Thursday, but for what I experienced, I don't know. I was okay. I was pretty satisfied. I met a lot of different people from different facets of the industry. People were there from like finance, whether you wanted payment processors, bank accounts. I met a CPA there. I met a few different attorneys, basically law firms who specialize in the cannabis industry. I met a guy who came from Denver who sold scales, like just scales, which is very important because you need a proper scale to weigh your flour so that you could sell it correctly and make sure that you're not wasting product. Who else did I meet? Just software companies. And then lighting. Oh my God, lighting is so huge. Like lighting took up a lot of the bigger displays on the expo floor. So the biggest one was, I think it's called AgriGrow. They had pink lights, and I went up to them. I'm like, your display looks better and cleaner than some salons that I've been in. And then we were laughing. But the lighting companies usually take like the huge bulk of the expo floor. Python Python Extraction, they were like huge on the floor too. They had like their big old barrel, their processing company. So they were doing their thing. And then just different people throughout the industry. So it was good. It was good to be there. But my favorite part was all the goodies that I was able to pick up. So people ask me, you know, what do you do in the industry? Why are you here? Basically. And I tell them, oh, I have a YouTube show, blah, blah, blah. And I could feature you on my show. So then they give me like a whole bunch of stuff. And I was like, okay, let me play with this and put this on my show and blah, 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 blah. So I definitely did that. So we'll go through all my materials one by one and we'll see what I was able to pick up. Okay, you guys, so we have reached a part of the show where I get to show you all this cool things that I got at the conference. So we'll start with this pre-roll holder from Pat Case. Pat Case was one of the first people that I actually met on the expo floor. So this is a holder. If you count it here, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 holders for your joint. And this is childproof. Like I almost broke my nails just getting this open. And then on the corner right here, they have this thing called a roach coach where you can hide all your roaches and secure them right here. Pat Case. Next, we have Northeast Alternatives. So these are my guys from Fall River. They actually won the Harvest Cup last fall. They came in #1 for their Mandarin cookies. And let's see here. Oops. We have a coaster that has their address, 999 Canning Boulevard in Fall River, which is right off the exit. And then the FDA disclosure back here. Their signature, their tagline is Cannabis of a Higher Stature. And what's cool about them is that they have deals every single day. Like if you look here, there are deals for every day of the week. Let's see. Monday is spend $100, get $20 off. Not bad. Tuesday, buy 2 pre-rolls, get 1 free. Wait, really? Wednesday, buy all concentrates, which is like wax shatter. They're 15% off. Thursday, all tinctures and topicals, 15% off. Friday, $35 for 8. Really? A tray is $35. That's actually kind of wild. Saturday's deal is edibles, buy 2, get 1, or 15% off. Sunday, patient's choice. So Sunday, you can like pick whichever deal that you want to do. Mondays are excluded. So shout out to Northeast Alternatives. I'm definitely going to be linking with them sometime in the future, so look out for that collab. The next thing that I found at the conference, which I thought was really cool, is called Boveda. This is a little pack that you just put it in like the mason jar with your bud, and this is a humidity control flower fresher. It basically preserves your flower up to 4 months so that it doesn't get moldy or doesn't go bad. They have the same concept for cigars, but this is the cannabis version. So the guys at the table was very, very generous, and I took like a whole bunch. I'm gonna give these out to my friends because they smoke a lot, and this is a way to keep your bud fresh. And they come in like 2 packs. I took 1 and put it in my mason jar to keep my bud fresh. So yeah, this is a great idea, Boveda. Next up, I have True Liberty bags, which is a legit home and gardening bag. They were there too, and at first I wasn't really interested in seeing what they had to offer, but it made sense. So this is your all-purpose. This is a 3-gallon bag that the guy gave me, and pretty much when you're dealing with Justin Mayhall, the marketing manager. Oh, this is not even it. Pretty much when you're dealing with bud, you have to bag it up. So you could also use this to line like the cart, the barrels or the buckets that you're using to, you know, trim the bud and just trying to organize it and stuff like that. So this makes sense. This is part of the process, even if it's not super obvious. You need somewhere to store your bud. You need to be able to organize it, distribute it, stuff like that. So this was kind of cool, kind of unexpected. So thank you for that. Next, I have some samples from Lightning Labels. Lightning Labels is a company that handles all your labeling needs. So no matter what you're selling, whether it's flour, vape pens, edibles, cartridges, whatever, your shit needs to be labeled basically. So they gave me like this packet, a whole bunch of like different types of labels and backgrounds and stuff like that. If you're gonna be selling tinctures, you need something that'll withstand the oil that might drop onto it. So little stuff like that, basically. You choose which one, I guess. They have a whole bunch, and then when you're ready to order, I mean, they're clearly experienced in working in the cannabis industry, so if you tell them what you're looking for and what you're looking to label, they'll be able to give you the best, you know, label, packaging needs and stuff like that that'll be appropriate for your product and for your customers. Next up is Green Tank, and if you see in the corner here, I wrote Canada. They're actually a cartridge, they're a vape company out of Toronto. So let me tell you about Green Tank. So I pull up, and Green Tank has probably, hands down, the second most expensive display out of the whole conference, like on the expo floor. Number one was a lighting system company, but Green Tank was number two. So they're two young guys from Toronto, and I went to talk to them, and I'm like, hey, what's up with the cannabis scene in Toronto? Like, what is it looking like? What's good? What's it like? So they were telling me it's not allowed out there. It's not kind of what I would think would be, like some type of like marijuana, weed, haven, like things that kind of spread out. So it was interesting, but this is what they have, pretty much a whole bunch of vapes. I'm gonna open this up so you can kind of see the catalog better. So you can see all types of vapes and stuff like that. It's no surprise that they were the second most expensive display at the conference because they're getting that Canada cannabis money. So another company that I met at the expo, which was a bit unlikely because there weren't processors or extractors or anything too obvious in the cannabis industry, was actually Data Owl. And Data Owl is a dispensary software company. So this is geared towards dispensary owners and operators, where they help out with marketing, customer loyalty, artificial intelligence, things that kind of help the dispensary run smoother, like menus and things like that. So they are on the software side of cannabis, which is also very important and very understated. People think it's just weed, and it's not raw weed. Like, it's a industry and a business like anything else. And with the advent of technology and things like that, dispensary owners need the best tools at their disposal in order to run their businesses more efficiently. And as more states get to legalize recreational cannabis, more stores are going to be popping up, and there's going to be a higher demand for the best technology and the best software that'll help the companies run smoothly. So I was not expecting Data Owl at the conference, but like, they were there, and it makes complete sense. So shout out to them. Here I have a couple magazines that I picked up throughout the course of these events. So this is Sensi magazine. I picked this up the night before at the Cambridge Innovation Center with Elevate Northeast. They were like handing them out, so I grabbed a little bit, but it's just some cannabis news and cannabis stuff like that. So Sensi magazine, I think they have this all over the nation. Next we have Nature RX, Better Living Through Cannabis. That is their tagline, and up front you see CBD and you. And their magazine is pretty much canna focused. So those are two periodicals related to the cannabis industry that I was able to pick up. Last but not least, we have Happy Monkey. So Happy Monkey, they're the ones who actually gave me this lanyard that I was able to rock during the conference. They're a bunch of Dominican kids out of New York, and they specialize in marketing in the cannabis industry, or the ciphers in New York. They throw parties and stuff like that. They do marketing materials, obviously. So they were cool. Happy Monkey out in New York. I met them the day before the conference on that Tuesday evening at the Elevate Northeast event. So shout out to them. Whenever I'm in New York, I might pop up, might see what's up with the what's up, but they're cool people. But yeah, you guys, this concludes my review of the conference and all the cool stuff that I got. I had a good time there. I always do well at these conferences. I'm really there to meet people. That's like my number one goal, to meet interesting people, to get a pulse of the industry, to see where things are going, to see where people's heads are at, to see different new developments and innovation. And I think conferences are a great way to meet people and to get that accomplished. So I'm very satisfied. I wish I went to more of the programming, but when I registered, that really wasn't on my mind, but there were some good panels that I missed out on. So hopefully next year I get to recoup and do the right thing and actually go from beginning to end.